How to create a unique Bigo Live persona or brand. What if I told you that the difference between streamers who fade into obscurity and those who build loyal, engaged communities isn't talent, luck, or even the best equipment, but something far more fundamental that most creators completely overlook? Welcome to today's Duel of Concepts Deep Dive, where we're going to dissect the art and science of creating a magnetic Bigo Live persona that doesn't just attract viewers, but transforms them into devoted fans who can't wait to see what you'll do next. Building a successful presence on Bigo Live isn't about copying what everyone else is doing, or hoping the algorithm will magically discover you. Think of your persona as the foundation of a house. Everything else you build, from your content strategy to your community engagement, rests on this crucial base. Without a solid, authentic, and compelling persona, even the most polished streams can feel hollow and forgettable. Today, we're going to walk through a comprehensive framework that treats persona development like an architect would approach designing a building. We'll start with understanding your core foundation, then layer on the elements that make you uniquely compelling, and finally explore how to consistently express this persona across every interaction on the platform. Understanding your authentic core. Before you can project an authentic persona to the world, you need to dig deep and understand who you genuinely are at your core. This isn't about creating a fake character or putting on an act. Audiences on Bigo Live are incredibly perceptive and can spot inauthenticity from miles away. Start by conducting what I call a personality archaeology dig. Ask yourself some fundamental questions. What are you naturally passionate about that you could talk about for hours without getting tired? What unique experiences have shaped your worldview? What are your genuine quirks, the little things that make your friends smile when they think of you? These elements become the raw materials for your persona. Consider a successful Bigo Live streamer who built their brand around being a midnight philosopher. They didn't invent this persona from thin air. They genuinely were someone who did their best thinking late at night and loved exploring deep questions with friends. They simply amplified and structured this natural tendency into something that could captivate an audience. The key insight here is that authenticity doesn't mean showing every single aspect of yourself. Think of it more like being a skilled photographer who knows which angles capture their subject's best qualities. You're highlighting and emphasizing the most engaging, genuine parts of who you are while maintaining the privacy and boundaries. You need to stay healthy and sustainable as a creator, identifying your unique value proposition. Every successful brand, whether it's Apple or a local coffee shop, succeeds because it offers something distinctive that people can't get elsewhere. Your Bigo Live persona needs this same level of differentiation, but the challenge is finding what makes you uniquely valuable in a sea of talented creators. Start by conducting market research on your potential competitors, but don't fall into the trap of trying to copy what's working for others. Instead, look for gaps in the conversation. What perspectives aren't being represented? What combination of interests, skills, or viewpoints do you bring that creates a unique intersection? Perhaps you're a professional chef who's also deeply into vintage video games. Or maybe you're a meditation instructor with a background in stand-up comedy. These unexpected combinations often create the most compelling personas because they offer audiences something they literally cannot find anywhere else. Your unique value proposition should be something you can articulate in a single, memorable sentence. I help stressed professionals find calm through cooking simple, beautiful meals, or I explore how ancient wisdom applies to modern dating disasters. This clarity will guide every content decision you make and help potential viewers immediately understand why they should invest their time in your stream. Developing your visual identity. Humans are visual creatures, and on a platform like Bigo Live, where viewers are constantly scrolling through options, your visual presentation often determines whether someone stops to watch or keeps moving. Your visual identity needs to work harmoniously with your persona, creating an immediate, cohesive impression that reinforces your brand. Think about color psychology and how different hues can evoke specific emotions. A tech reviewer might use sleek blues and silvers to suggest innovation and precision, while someone focused on cozy lifestyle content might gravitate toward warm oranges and soft browns that feel inviting and comfortable. Your visual identity extends beyond just colors to include your streaming setup, the way you dress on camera, any props or backgrounds you use, and even how you position yourself in the frame. Every visual element should feel intentional and support the overall story you're telling about who you are and what value you provide. Consider creating a simple mood board before you start streaming regularly. Collect images, color palettes, and visual references that capture the feeling you want to create. This becomes your visual guide, ensuring consistency across all your content and helping you make quick decisions about everything from thumbnail designs to what shirt to wear on camera. Crafting your voice and tone. Your voice and tone are perhaps the most intimate aspects of your persona, because they directly shape how viewers feel when they re-spending time with you. This goes beyond just how you literally sound when speaking. It encompasses your personality, your approach to humor, how you handle serious topics, and the overall emotional atmosphere you create. Some creators develop a warm, nurturing tone that makes viewers feel like they're talking with their most supportive friend. Others cultivate an energetic, enthusiastic approach that pumps up their audience and gets them excited about life. Still, others find success with a dry, witty style that makes people feel like they're part of an inside joke. The key is finding a tone that feels natural to you while also serving your audience's needs. If your unique value is helping people solve technical problems, you might develop a patient, encouraging tone that makes complex topics feel approachable. If you're focused on entertainment, you might lean into playful banter and spontaneous humor. Practice expressing your personas, voice, and tone in different scenarios. How would you handle a viewer asking a deeply personal question? How would you respond to criticism? How would you celebrate a community milestone? Having these responses feel natural and consistent builds trust with your audience and helps them know what to expect from you. Building consistent content themes. Your content themes are like the recurring motifs in a symphony. They provide structure and familiarity while allowing for infinite variation and creativity. These themes should flow naturally from your persona and give viewers a reliable framework for what they can expect when they tune into your streams. Effective content themes often follow a pattern of education, entertainment, and community building. You might have Tutorial Tuesdays where you teach specific skills related to your expertise, Fun Fridays where you engage in lighter, more interactive content with your viewers, and Community Sundays where you focus entirely on responding to comments, questions, and building deeper connections with your audience. The beauty of having consistent themes is that they solve the daily question of what should I stream about today, while giving your audience anticipation and structure. Viewers begin to associate certain days or types of content with your persona, creating habit loops that bring them back regularly. Remember that consistency doesn't mean repetition. Within each theme, you have endless opportunities for creativity and adaptation. A cooking streamer might have recipe rescue as a theme, but one week they're helping a viewer figure out what to do with leftover ingredients, while another week they're recreating a dish from a childhood memory. Engaging your community authentically. Community engagement is where your persona transforms from a one-way broadcast into a genuine relationship. The most successful Bigo Live creators understand that they're not just performing for an audience, they're building a community of people who feel genuinely connected to them and to each other. Authentic engagement starts with really listening to your viewers. This means paying attention not just to their direct questions and comments, but to the underlying needs, interests, and emotions they're expressing. When someone asks for advice about a problem, they're not just looking for information, they're looking for understanding, validation, and connection. Develop signature ways of acknowledging and celebrating your community members. Some creators have special shoutouts for regular viewers. Others create inside jokes and references that make people feel like they're part of an exclusive club. The key is finding approaches that feel genuine to your persona, while making individuals feel seen and valued. Consider how to handle the full spectrum of community interactions. From excited new viewers to longtime supporters to occasionally difficult or negative commenters. Your responses in these moments often define your persona more clearly than your planned content ever could. Staying consistent across platforms. In today's interconnected digital landscape, your Bigo Live persona needs to feel cohesive across all the platforms where you might interact with current or potential viewers. This doesn't mean posting identical content everywhere, but rather ensuring that your core persona shines through regardless of the medium. Think of each platform as a different room in your house that might vary slightly to suit the function of each space, but visitors should immediately recognize that they're in the same person's home. Your Twitter might showcase more of your quick wit and real-time thoughts, while your Instagram might focus on the visual aspects of your brand, but the underlying personality and values should be unmistakable. Cross-platform consistency also builds trust and professionalism. When viewers encounter you on multiple platforms and find the same authentic voice and reliable value, they're much more likely to become dedicated followers who actively seek out your content. In conclusion, creating a compelling Bigo Live persona isn't about putting on a performance, it's about strategically amplifying the most engaging, valuable aspects of who you already are. By building on your authentic core, identifying what makes you uniquely valuable, developing consistent visual and vocal elements, and engaging genuinely with your community, you create something much more powerful than just another stream. You create a destination that people actively choose to visit because of the specific experience only you can provide. Now, here's where I need your help with a little experiment in community building. If this deep dive helped clarify your approach to persona development, show us by hitting that like button, but here's the twist. In the comments, tell us one unique combination of interests or experiences that could become someone's signature value proposition. And if you're hungry for more strategic breakdowns like this one, subscribing to Duel Concepts means you'll never miss when we dissect the next crucial element of creator success. Let's see if we can crowdsource the next breakthrough persona idea right here in the comments section.